is Maybelle and welcome back to my channel. So before we continue with this vlog, I would first like to say thank you very much. We have already reached 126 subscribers and we have reached our first milestone, and that is for us to reach 100, and we have now 100 and more. Hopefully we'll reach 200, and not long we will reach our ultimate goal so far, and that is to reach 1,000 subscribers. So keep on watching our vlogs, keep on watching our videos, and of course share our videos so that we could inspire other people more and hopefully make them smile with our vlogs. Now for this video, I know that you've already read it in the title, and of course the introduction gives, or the sneak peek video gives it off. In this video, I'll be sharing to you information about, ta-da! Yes, this is what you call a cloth pad or a reusable pad. Now before I tell you what it is, how we use it, let me just share to you how I started using or making that choice of making the shift from disposable to reusable pads. Now
before, of course, I'm like the same as everybody. We use disposable pads. They are in the market, in the sari-sari stores, and they are easy to use. You just use them and you just throw them off. Now, as I got more into my advocacy on environmental awareness and preservation, I realized that the simple red days that we had, or that we have every month, contributes a lot to the non-biodegradable waste that goes into our landfills, in the waters, and I started researching on different ways on how to address or how to go through menstruation or our red days in a more environmental friendly way.
Now there are two options that I saw. First one is using a menstrual cup or a V cup, and if you don't know what that looks like, it looks like this. Okay, and I think I wasn't ready yet on using the V cup or the menstrual cup, and the second option that I discovered is using our reusable pads or our cloth pads. And when I got to discover more about it, you'll realize, or I realized, that it's not really something new, because before we even had disposable pads, our grandmothers, our mothers before made use of cloth every time that they had their menstrual days. And I think using cloth pads is almost the same as how they addressed red days, or how they went through red days before, years before there were disposable pads. Now let's get to know our menstrual pads. Now I started my reusable pad journey in the year 2018, and before I wasn't aware of Shopee or Lazada. Therefore, I looked for online Facebook shops which sold them, and the first shop that I purchased my reusable pads is Kanami Pasador. So this is their page, and I also resold some of their panty liners and their reusable pads before. Okay, and just last year I purchased more, and I purchased my recent pads at Shopee, wherein I already purchased it in a certain shop with the name Yuxi, yuxi.ph. Okay, I also purchased cloth diapers there, and this is their shop on Shopee. Okay, just in case that you would want to buy them. They would range from 50 pesos to 100 pesos, of course, plus shipping fee. And of course, they also have bundles wherein you can purchase five menstrual pads depending on the size, and it comes with a free wet pack. Now, to tell you more about what you're going to expect if you're going to buy a menstrual pad. Now, it depends on the material that your seller uses in creating the menstrual pad. Others, I've seen a lot who do it on their own. They create their own menstrual pads. They sew their own menstrual pads, and that's great, but I don't know how to do that, so I buy my own from sellers. Now this is what it's going to look like. Some menstrual pads have full cloth inside and outside. So for my choice, I made use of bamboo charcoal, the black one. There is also the organic bamboo material. It doesn't have any difference with our other cloths. It's just cloth. So, but in terms of a absorbency, okay, they have differences. And based from my experience, I make use of bamboo charcoals. Now, this is full cloth. It means from the inside to the outer layer, it's made of cloth. And there are others. This is the one. So this is the one first, since the one that I bought in or from Kanami. And this is among the recent ones that I bought last 2020. So as you can see in the outside, it's made of tulle. Okay, and based from what I know about tulle, it's water resistant, so you're going to expect that blood does not come out of it. And of course, inside you have your bamboo charcoal layer. Okay, but it's your choice whatever material that you're going to use. Like the same disposable pads that we have, they come in sizes. So I have ones here. Oops, sorry for that. I have ones here for heavy flow. See, they have colorful prints, heavy flow, very obvious. Okay, we have for regular flow. This is already among my recent stash. And these are your panty liners. Very cute ones. So this is the one that I bought from Kanami. So it's from 2018, since 2018. And this is from Yuxi or Yuxi PH, which is from Shopee. So they are very nice to use. And at first, you're going to be a bit concerning or a bit worried on how you're going to adjust. Now, first things first, you have to know how you're going to use them. So I'll show you how you're going to use them. It's the same with our ordinary disposable ones. So I have underwear here, and instead of the sticky ones, the sticky layers, sticky parts of disposables, we have these locks, which we're going to use. So this is your underwear, and the same with how you use them. Now, if I have gentlemen viewers, of course, at least it's good to know that you have knowledge on how to put on napkins sometime. Okay, so you put them there, and you just simply lock them, like how you do disposable pads. And voila, they're already intact. Now, the questions that I've seen online are, do they stink? First question. Okay, how you're going to use reusable pads is the same with how you're going to use disposable pads. The number of times that you're going to change during when you use disposable pads, when it's the first days of your menstruation until the last days, is the same with how you're going to use your reusable pads. You change them often. They don't technically totally stink. It's the same with how they smell. Sometimes they smell better than when you use disposable pads. Okay. The second question usually is that does your menstrual blood drip off? Okay, and I think that you have to use the right size of menstrual pad if you're going, or depending on the flow that you have for the day. Okay, but technically, if you change them properly on time, they don't. Your blood will not leak. Okay, because of the layer that you have. This one, even though it's full cloth, it still doesn't have any leaks here as long as you change them properly. Now, in terms of how do you wash them? You wash them like how you wash your clothes, but you need to soak them first in water. So if you change, just in case that you're not going to wash them immediately because you're just going to wash them at the same time, do not leave them dry. You just soak them in water first, And of course, if you have time, if you're ready to wash them, then you're going to use detergent, wash them, and make sure that you put them under the sun, because the sun is a great disinfectant when you put out your wet pads. Some, especially during rainy days, they put it in front of the fan so that it will naturally dry off. Okay, like how we do when our clothes are wet during the rainy season. That's how you're going to use this as well. Okay, how do we do the fourth one, if I'm not mistaken? The fourth one that I usually hear is, how do you use them when you travel? Okay, when I travel, I still use them, but of course you bring extras and you make sure that it's according to the flow that you're experiencing for the day, for the time of the week, time of the month, and you bring your extras. And when you need to change, of course, this is how you do it, like how you do when you're using an ordinary disposable pad. Okay, you put it there. Oh, you lock, you fold, and you lock. Okay, and you wait until you get home. Now, when you, of course, where are you going to put it? Some stores already sell wet bags, wherein you're just going to put them inside the wet bag and wait until you get home for them to be washed. Okay, make sure that you soak them immediately when you arrive home, so that the blood could easily come off when you're going to wash it with detergent. Okay, if you don't have a wet bag, you can also make use of an ordinary plastic bag or an ordinary bag that you have, extra bag, and you're just going to store them there, and you're not going to throw them away, but you're going to bring them home. Okay, do they stink in your bag? From my experience, they don't smell, because the smell, I guess, gets locked in the pad when you do this. Okay, but of course, there's always a challenge when you're traveling for more than a day, for overnight stays, since you can't immediately wash them. Of course, it's better to have more in your stash. Okay, but and that already is a challenge for us. I sometimes, when there comes a need, I use disposable ones when all of my sashes have been used and I don't have time to wash them. But always remember, it's the effort that counts. That don't feel too guilty that I used disposable pads again, because you know that you're making an effort to lessen the plastic consumption in your own simple way. So don't worry about it. Now let's just talk about the pros and the cons. So when we use disposable pads, they're easy to use, they are easy to find. Okay, and I think that there is no extra effort that you need when you're going to dispose them. Okay, but of course the cons is that you're contributing, number one, to the waste consumption. You add more plastics every day, and there are also studies, if I'm not mistaken, that show that when we make use of disposable pads, they sometimes cause sicknesses or conditions among women. Okay, if you want to discover more about that, I think we need to do more research about that. But I've heard and I've read as well that some disposable pads are the reasons for women having certain health conditions. Now, the pros, of course, for the reusable pads is that you contribute to saving the environment. You don't consume non-biodegradable waste, specifically plastic, and I think you become more responsible when it comes to your health, vaginal health, because you become more conscious concerning what you use. Now, they come in very cute prints. Okay. Yes, for some stores they allow you to choose prints if they are dark shades or white shades. For other stores, you just they're going to choose for you, but it's okay because I think most of them are very cute. They have very cute prints, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the prints that we have or I have received so far. Okay. They are not stinky, and they are the same with disposable pads in terms of absorbency. Now the challenges, I don't technically tell that it's the cons, but you have to save in order for you to buy a great stash, a lot of supplies of menstrual pads. They come when at Shopee, I think you start from 50 pesos plus shipping fee for one. It depends on the size, but of course what matters most is that you were able to at least make a difference with not using one disposable pad a day. And I think that as time passes by, you're going to save and you're going to have a bigger stash. That's how I did it. I started with, I think, 3 pieces, and now I have more than 10 if I'm not mistaken. And I could have more. I would buy more soon. Okay, and you can use these for more than 3 to 10 years. It depends on the quality and how you use your cloth pads, if I'm not mistaken. So concerning the time, how long you're going to use them, they are very advantageous, not only for you but also for the environment. Okay, and maybe the next challenge for you is how you're going to wash them. It takes dedication in maintaining the condition and the cleanliness of your pads, but as you continue using them, you get used to the system. After you use them, you soak them in water, you wash them, and you put it out to dry, and you get used to it. Okay. Personally, I like using cloth pads, reusable pads. I got used to them since 2018, and I am proud of myself, and I'm also proud of others who make the switch. Now, I'm not dictating whatever you want to use. I'm just showing you what options you could have in terms of facing our menstrual cycles in a more environment-friendly way. So I hope that you've learned a lot from our video for today. And just in case that you want to buy your own reusable pads, of course they're already available at Shopee and Lazada, and there are also zero-waste shops online which also sell reusable pads. Of course, don't forget that you also have shipping fee for those. I hope you enjoyed our video for this, and I hope you got informed, and I hope that you're going to make the switch from disposable to reusable, especially in facing our red days. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and if you have content suggestions, challenges that you want me to do, then let's go. Just comment them in the comment box, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you will be given notice on updates concerning my new videos. So it was great sharing information with you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.